Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Diana, and today I have an exciting topic to discuss: F1 visa question. So I am going to coach you today on how to ace and get your visa approved at the F1 visa interview at the embassy. For those who don't know me, my name is Diana, and I came to the US in 2017 with an F1 student visa, and I got approved with just one try. If you're watching this, you probably are waiting to go to do your visa, or you're looking into a school here in the US and you don't know where to start from. I have a video that I did previously on step-by-step on how to apply for school here in the US. You can go and watch that video and then come back here after you've applied for school, or you can just watch this, just get information of how the process is going to look like. For those of you who are already part of my community, you probably have gotten this notification that I've posted this very valuable content and you're already here. If you are not part of my community, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you can also be part of my community and get the notification when valuable content has been posted. So you're very excited right now. You've received your I-20 and you've received your admission at your school of your choice, and you're getting ready to go to your interview. So this interview can be very intimidating, and I tell you, it can be very intimidating. So I would always recommend that get a good night's sleep the night before, and early the next morning, try to just have a very light breakfast so you don't feel full, so you can just be very sharp and very focused when they're asking you these questions. The purpose of the interview revolves around three main areas. Number one is the legitimacy of your purpose to go to the US. The second one is your family ties, and the third one is your financial capabilities. So all these things is what is the main focus of you getting interviewed at the embassy. We're gonna go right into the legitimacy. The purpose of this area is just to know that, are you really going to the US to study, or you just have other plans to just get there and never come back home? The questions that I usually ask to know how legitimate you are is something like, oh, what course are you going to study? So, because some people just like, oh, I'm just going to school. You don't even know the course you're studying. You don't even know how to pronounce the course you're going to study. Ace on this area, I want you to do a lot of research about the school you're going to, like see about the area, how beautiful the area is. For example, my school that I went to, Lake Superior College. School is located in the northern part of Minnesota. There's a Great Lake there, Lake Superior, like stuff like that. That's stuff that you just show that you've really put in effort to know the area that you're going to. Another thing is the unique feature about your program. Like, why did you just choose that specific program to go to that school? You need to know all this tiny little bit of information that just shows that you're very serious about this program and you really want to, and that all joins up to be like, this is a legit reason for me to go to the US because I really want to study. Other thing is financial capabilities. They will ask you like, who is funding your education? Is it your mom? Is it your dad? Are they both together funding it? Is your uncle? I would suggest that if it's someone that's not your parents, I would definitely have to back it up with like they were providing for you since you were little, just to show there's this consistency. And they will ask you how much they make, and you cannot just go there and tell them they make $1 million Kenya shillings, $1 million. You have to show proof. Have some bank statements from them, have all the small detail information. Just have it to just show and prove whatever you're speaking about. All right, then we're gonna talk about the home ties that you have. Like, oh, I'm the last one of this family. Like, I like job opportunities that your employer that you've been, let's say, volunteering, they've already given you a job. There's gonna be like a job offer, like just something to show that you will come back. Let's start on some things that are just common knowledge that people might just ignore right away, and it's so important. What is the course that you're going to study? Oh, I'm going to go study dental hygiene. Okay, do you know anything about dental hygiene? Try to like do research on your course. Like, oh, I'm gonna go to study dental hygiene. Why is the reason why you wanted to study dental hygiene? And oh, dental hygiene is not offered in my home country. That is something that you can say that. What is your school address? I know it's kind of hard, maybe if you're in a different country, trying to like understand some of the addresses here, but always just memorize the address, because you really need to know. That falls under legitimacy. Like, are you really paying attention to the place that you are going? When they ask you a question, like as simple as, where are you going to stay? So I was doing this, I went here. No, where are you gonna stay? I am gonna stay at school and the address is this, this, and this. Straight to the point. Answer it within 20 seconds and answer straight to the point. Only answer what you have been asked. Do not give more information. That, like, sometimes giving more information is just gonna put you in trouble, and with just one sentence, it's just gonna make them question your legitimacy. Back to the first area of what I was touching about. All right. Let's go to some of the questions, and we are going to categorize those questions so that you just know all these questions just fall onto 3 categories: legitimacy, home ties, and financial capabilities. Why are you going to the US? Oh, I'm going to the US because I just want to go to the US. No. If you're going to the US, if you're going to that embassy and you're going to that embassy because you want to go to school, you just be like, I am going to pursue my studies in the US. And just straight to the point. Like, I'm going to pursue my studies in the US. They just asked you, why are you going to the US? They did not ask you, what course are you going to do? So answer, I am going to the US to pursue my studies. This would lead to the next question. What course are you going to study there? I am going to study surgical technology. Don't go press your head and just be like, I'm studying surgical technology because surgical technology is not in my country. Because no. Why are you going to, what course are you going to study? I'm going to study surgical technology. Then that would lead to the next question. Why do you want to study this course, surgical technology? Then you go from there and you're like, oh, I have passion to be in the OR. I like helping people. I want to advance my knowledge into becoming a surgeon one day. So I'm using this as a stepping stone. Stuff like that, just to show and to show attachments to all of these things. You can say like, oh, I've been volunteering at my local hospital helping. And when you say something like, I've been volunteering doing this, that is related to the field of your study, make sure you have evidence. You know, there's one thing in the hospital they always say is that if it's not documented, it did not happen. So if it was not documented that you did this, then you didn't do it. So if you did something like that, make sure you go to this institution that you did that and get like a letter that has been stamped. And yeah, and on that letter, they can offer you a job back, and that will be something that will help you become like a home tie to come back home. Why do you choose this university, this community college? That one goes to the place where you've done your research, which falls under legitimacy, is that you'll say like, oh, you've done your research, school has a really good accredited program of surgical technology. And do not lie. Don't say things that are out of this world. Just so you know, these people, the diplomats, the people who do the interviews, they are normal people with normal lives. And you might say something and that's the area of the expertise, and you might just take yourself downhill because of that. So make sure you seriously do your research before you just go and like say things. So make sure you do your research basically on the program you're studying and just attach it to that school, to just show how legit you are, that you really want to go to study. The other thing, so you see how all these questions are just connected to each other? It's just one question after the other. The other question that you can be asked is, how would this program help you? And this is the question where it's like really helping you to say stuff about like your home ties. I am going to study surgical technology so that I can go learn how things are done in a well-developed country, and come back home and see what I can change in my country Like, you want to make sure that you say, I want to come back home and help my country, develop my community, give back to my community, stuff like that. How many schools did you apply to? Be honest. And if you applied for 5 schools, just say, I applied for 5 schools. When they ask you how many schools did you apply to, don't go like, oh, I applied to 5 schools, but I didn't choose this one because I didn't want to go here. No, they just asked you, how many schools did you apply to? 5. If they want to know more information about that, it's like, how many of those schools were you admitted? Why did you not go to this school? Then you can start answering the other questions about this school. I normally tell people there's several ways you can tackle this and make it to your advantage. If you look at all of these interview questions as some reasons for you to like succeed in this interview and have that really great mindset, you are gonna ace this. Ways that you can answer that question: how did you hear this? There's like advertisement right now, there's like social media, there's mentors, there's alumni, and I really like the alumni because you want to say that somebody who if you have somebody that you know that went to that school and did a program and then came back home and talked to you about the program, that actually shows that you are, like birds of the same feathers flock together. Like, your friend went to the US or your family member went to the US, came back, and then told you about the program. So the interview will like, chances of this person going to the US and coming back are really high. So that's home ties. So just make these questions be a good questions. Let it be like it's my chance for me to prove that I am so legit. What's your plans after graduations? Oh, I'm gonna take OPT, I'm gonna take CPT, I'm gonna find ways to be a permanent resident, I'm gonna do that. No, do not say that. What's your plans after graduation? I'm gonna graduate and take the next plane back home and come develop my country and come give back to my community for all the information that you've gathered from the other country. You want to make sure you're not relocating to the US to go live there. You were just going there for studies and you're coming back. Why are you not doing this specific course in your home country? It could be the course is not offered in your country. You just want to go benchmark and learn what is going on in a different country so that you can compare both. Talk about this comparing issue only when you've done the same course in Kenya and you're going to do the same thing in a different country. You say you just want to compare and see how you can help your community. Other thing is like, you want to go and get a best quality education to get exposure, connection, and all of this so that I can come back home and develop my country or solve the problem or fill up the gap that is in my country. I've been doing a lot of research, and these are the commonly asked questions at the US Embassy. And just like I said before, it's just on 3 main simple areas. They just want to know, are you legit? Are you going to the US to study, or you just have your own plans? The 2 is your financial capabilities. Financially stable to go to that country to study and come back, or you're just going to go there to be a liability in the country. And the last one is your family ties. Are you going to come back? So once you just focus on 3 main goals, set your mind on three of this main goal in any of your questions that you answered, I believe chances of you getting approved for this visa is so high. Let's talk about when you get there. If you don't have confidence, I want you to manifest confidence. I want you to go and stand and look at this. I guess I can give you a trick. If you don't want to look someone straight to the eye, look at the tip of their nose. This will when they look at you, they'll think you're looking straight to their eye, because you just want a good level of confidence. You just want to show that I am here to answer all these questions. I am not hiding anything. I'm going to be straight to the point, and I just want you guys to succeed. I just really want you guys to succeed. And if you feel like I haven't touched on any questions that you had in mind and you wanted to ask me, please reach out to me on Instagram and ask me that question, and I will answer you back. My Instagram is linked down below here. And you can also follow me on TikTok for daily videos. I do all the short videos of some of the questions that are asked at the embassy. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can get notification anytime I post a valuable content. So thank you and bye bye.